Greetings, it's Iain from RTL here. Welcome to Friday. Miserable Friday today. Wet, damp, yuck. And it's live album ranking today. And we're going to do a very short one today. But it's a band that I do like. They're an American stoner rock band, and I'm not really into stoner rock, but there are two bands that I really like. One is Queens of the Stone Age, and the other is Fu Manchu. Fu Manchu formed back in 1985, believe it or not, in Orange County, California. They've had lots of lineup changes, but the current lineup is Scott Hill on vocals, Brad Davis on the bass, Bob Balch on the guitar, and Scott Reeder on the drums. They're one of the most loved and revered bands in the stoner rock world, and they've only produced 2 live albums, which is surprising. So they are both really good, and I've always said, when people ask about Fu Manchu, that I think they're a better live band than studio band. Their live sound is incredible. I mean, their albums are good, but they really turn it on for the live performances. So, coming in at number 2 is an album from 2003, and it's called Live at Roadburn. Now, Roadburn was a festival held in FNR in Eindhoven in the Netherlands, and it was a year before they put out the album Start the Machine, which is an excellent album. So they played a few tracks on here. And one of the tracks, I Wanna Be, is a different arrangement to the one that ended up on the final studio album. So on here we got on vocals and guitars Scott Hill, Bob Balch on guitars, Brad Davis on the bass, Scott Reeder on the drums. They open up with an absolutely killer track, Squash That Fly from California Crossing. Great opening track, a really good track to get the crowd going. Then they go to the King of the Road album for a bit of Hell on Wheels. Great track was always. Then they do Eating Dust, which is on the Godzilla's Eating Dust album. Pretty raunchy. The guitar work on that is excellent. The drumming is fantastic from Scott Reeder. And then Laser Blast from The Action Is Go, one of the best tracks on the album, and it's even better live. Now then they do I Wanna Be, which was going to be on the new album Start the Machine. I think the only difference I heard listening, because I listened to this version and then I went and put the studio version on, I just think they added more guitar onto the studio version. This is a little bit thinner. It's still an excellent track, but I think they may have thought, well, yeah, we need to beef this one up, and they did on the studio version. Pretty good. And then we get the bombastic Boogie Van, which is like their version of the Jack. To me, that's what I think is ACD, the AC/DC number. Then they do King of the Road, which is always a fan favourite. Then they do Written in Stone from Start to Machine, which is pretty good. And the reaction from the crowd was fantastic. You can hear it, they really like that one. But it is a good song. Then we have Saturn 3 from The Action Is Go to end the performance. What a performance. It's 9 tracks, but boy are they good, and the production on it is super. I think this was the entire set. They weren't the headlining band, so they picked some great tracks, and I'm going to give that an RTO ranking of 7.5. But my favourite, out of the 2 albums, the number 1 for me is the Go For It album live, released in 2003, and it was recorded during the California Crossing World Tour of 2002, and it was actually the first album to feature Scott Reeder on drums. So it was his first performances with the band. So you got Scott Hill, Scott Reeder, Bob and Brad. So opens up with Hell on Wheels. What a track to open your gig with from King of the Road. Can't go wrong there. Then you go into Laser Blast. Two ball breaking heavy tracks to go from the Action Is Go album, of course. And then from In Search Of, we had Asphalt Rising, another cool track. And then they start playing some tracks off the album they were promoting, California Crossing. We have Mongoose to start us off, which is a pretty cool track. Downtown in Dogtown, one of the best tracks on there. It's really gets the crowd going. A really great version of Boogie Van. Then we go to Tilt for a bit of Tilt from Daredevil. Excellent track. And then Ojo Rojo from No One Rides for Free. Brilliant track. Strato Street from the In the Search Of. King of the Road. Brilliant. And then Andizer from The Action Is Go. And if you think that's the end of it, no, we have another disc. And on that we've got Evil Eye from The Action Is Go. Great tracking on that one. The Hang On from California Crossing, another fabulous little track. Working from Daredevil. The title track, California Crossing, which is probably one of the best versions of that. The brilliant Over the Edge from King of the Road. Regal Beagle from In Search Of. And then they do a cover of a Blue Oyster Cult track, which is Godzilla. It's off the Spectres album, but it's actually on Godzilla's Eating Dust, and it's a fabulous version of it. I really like that. Superbird, No One Rides for Free. Another super song. Weird Beard from King of the Road. Love that one. Then the brilliant Squash That Fly from California Crossing. That was a new track then. Can't believe that. Saturn 3 again from The Action Is Go. Which is, I think, their regular closer. Really good live album up till 2003. It's a good selection of songs from their catalogue. I think they sound a lot better live. The energy of them on stage, I've seen clips of them, and they're just 100% all the way. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. So there we go. There's some great tracks on these two live albums. Go and check them out. There is also my full album ranking on there and the new album. I'll put both links in the description if you want to go and have a catch up or a recap of Fu Manchu. Okay, coming up next we've got a brand new album. It came out last Friday and I've been playing this to death this week, and it is The Bad Fire from Mogwai. And look out for a Mogwai album ranking very, very soon. What an album it is. So we'll see you for that later. Bye for now.